Welcome in. We are thrilled to have you here for your custom-tailored deep dive today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So our mission today is to, well, cut through the noise. We are extracting the most vital insights from a highly specific technical source you shared with us.
Right, it's a product page from HDTV Supply.
Exactly, for the Intelix INT-USB2-50CWP.
That is quite the mouthful.
It really is. But it is basically a USB 2.0 high-speed extender, specifically the client side.
Right, and to give you a bit of context before we really get into the weeds here, we're essentially looking at a commercial-grade AV tool.
Yeah.
It is designed to solve a very specific and honestly an incredibly frustrating physical limitation in modern tech setups.
Okay, let's unpack this. 5 meters. That is the typical limit for a USB cord before the signal just, well, gives up.
It just dies.
Right. I remember trying to string a webcam across my living room a few years back. I was daisy-chaining cheap USB hubs together just to get the right angle.
Oh no, that never works.
Yeah, it didn't. Eventually, my computer just completely stopped recognizing the camera.
Yeah.
Anyone who has ever tried to wire a boardroom or a home office knows exactly how fast you run out of slack.
Because it is a hard physical limit.
Exactly.
And that is exactly the bottleneck this Intelix extender breaks through. Instead of tapping out at 5 meters, it pushes the connection up to 50 meters.
Wow, so that's over 160 feet.
Yep, using just a single Cat6 cable hidden right inside the wall.
Wait, if it's pushing a signal 160 feet away and running peripherals, doesn't that put a massive power drain on the host computer?
You would think so. But what's fascinating here is the clever part of the engineering. This client-side unit acts as its own independent 2-port USB hub.
Oh, independent.
Right. It delivers a full 480 milliamps of power to whatever you plug into it.
Nice.
And that is completely independent of the host computer's power supply.
And what about the data speeds over that kind of distance?
It supports high speeds up to 480 megabits per second. Plus, it handles isochronous data transfer.
Which is really just a fancy way of saying it guarantees a steady, continuous stream of data, right?
Precisely.
So your video doesn't lag and your audio doesn't stutter.
Exactly. It prioritizes the timing of the data. And that is absolute make or break for real-time video conferencing or audio recording.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Thinking about how you would actually use this out in the wild, the applications are huge.
Oh, massive.
Imagine wiring up a huge medical facility or a university lecture hall or even a high-end commercial conference room.
You obviously cannot have cords trailing across the floor to a central computer.
Right. And the beauty of this device is that it is completely plug and play. You do not need to install any weird third-party drivers.
Isn't it all?
For software like Zoom, Teams, YouTube, or FaceTime, you just plug your webcams or microphones right into the wall, and it works.
And because you're installing this in a high-end corporate boardroom or a hospital, it can't look like a middle school science experiment.
Definitely not.
That is why the physical design matters so much here. It features a decor-style wall plate design.
And for anyone not familiar with that term, it just means it is shaped to fit right into standard, modern light switch cutouts.
Exactly. It even ships with a matching cover plate, so it looks completely seamless. You just have to keep in mind that this client-side unit is part of a pair.
Right, it connects back to the host.
Yes, specifically the INT USB250H or HWP models.
So it's a two-part system.
Yeah.
And looking at the pricing, it's currently at $150.25.
Which is actually down from the MSRP of $166.94.
Right, so it is a relatively small investment to essentially future-proof a massive room. Plus, it comes with a 2-year warranty.
From Intelix, yes, which gives a lot of peace of mind for commercial installations.
And I almost forgot, there's actually an ongoing promo right now where if you buy a Cat6 cable, you score 2 free 3-foot HDMI cables.
That's a really nice little bonus.
Definitely. So what does this all mean? The big takeaway for you here is that this isn't just a fancy wall outlet.
Not at all.
It is a tool that gives you the architectural freedom to design a space exactly how human beings want to use it. You aren't chained to a computer's immediate physical radius anymore.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really highlights a fascinating dynamic. We rarely think about how the physical limitations of copper wire quietly dictate human behavior.
We really let the hardware design the room for us.
We do. We literally arrange our furniture, our workflows, and our entire collaborative environments around how far a single cable can reach.
Wow, yeah.
Which leaves you with a really provocative question to ponder today. As our daily lives rely increasingly on seamless room-scale digital interactions, from telehealth to global streaming,
Right.
will the physical distance of our wiring eventually become completely irrelevant? Or will our virtual spaces always be anchored by the physical limits of our cables?